let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. Also, Lord, let the world know that PUC is a gift from you.
Welcome to Pacific Union College's virtual homecoming program. My name is Kelly Lind, and I am a very proud graduate of the class of 1982. This morning, I want to share with you some of our amazing accomplishments that have been made this school year. Despite enormous challenges, we have remained focused. In fact, school started this fall with a major campaign that supported our students who are having financial issues. You alumni, many of you out there, stepped up and gave so generously to help us. We really appreciate that. Your support continues to remain strong. During this last year, we've had the opportunity to really work on a vision for the next phase of what we will provide at Pacific Union College. This includes satellite classes in many California locations beginning school year 2021. PUC is moving in directions that will assure we will be stronger than ever with an undeterred focus on the future. We love PUC. It's in our DNA. We so appreciate your support for our current and future students. Today, I hope that you will sit back and enjoy this program and be reminded, as we are all the time, what a gift Pacific Union College is.
Good morning. My name is Brandon Parker, and I'm a proud member of the class of 1996, and welcome to Homecoming Weekend. As you know, for over 130 years, PUC has prepared students to lead a life of significance and service. PUC is a fully accredited Seventh-day Adventist liberal arts college, providing many of the same things of larger universities. We have cutting-edge research, classes taught by Fulbright scholars, diverse student body, many of the benefits that you can get in large universities, however, in a small, intimate setting. These offerings remain a priority as we look to the future and PUC's vision. And as Kelly mentioned, we have several new plans in the works, including new programs for students and new partnerships in our Northern California community. We are also introducing new methods and products to provide a hybrid learning approach, allowing us to welcome more students and expand our footprint. Multiple aspects of the vision will be implemented as early as fall of 2021. And this process of innovation, development, and forward progress will continue over the next several years. Thank you for your commitment to PUC. As alumni, you have crafted the rich legacy of this college and still play an instrumental part in its future.
PUC is more than a beautiful place. It is about people. Not ordinary people, PUC people. They're pioneers, determined, curious. They collaborate. Contribute, succeed. These thought leaders, curious rule breakers, and trailblazers all share a unique gift. They share the God-given gift of PUC.
Inspiration, my heart with rapture. Thank you. Let's have you stand and sing with us. Please stand, Our College on the Mountain. Our college on the mountain, among the fir-clad hills, the light of inspiration, my heart with rapture fills. We love each precious moment that in thy halls we spend. Thy principles shall guide us unto our journey's end. PUC, it's our school, you know. We're PUCites where'er we go. PUC, we all love you so. May we always be dear old PUC, loyal to thee. Amen.
Todd A. Anderson, Willie Austin, Ruth Barber, Claudia Benson, Marna J. Hooper Benton, Kenneth Bollinger, Stephanie Bothwell, Paul Buckheim, Dora Bueller, Gordon Bullock, Russell Burr, Richard Clement, Walter Kahn, Leola Coate, Arthur Dahl, Colin Daly, Anna Doglish, Teresa Drake, Ronald Ermshar, Judy Fowler, Neville Gallimore, Bertie Gerdes, Thomas Godfrey, Antoinette Gomes, Bill Hanson, Robert Hazard, Donna Hoff, Roscoe Howard III, Dale Huff, Flossie Huff, Karen L. Jones, Glee Kincannon, Elaine Courtsaborn, Maribel Lee, Georgia Love, Myron E. Leisinger, Sharon Malott, Bruce Moyer, Robert Murphy, Levon Nolan, Melvin Orser, Louis Ort, Gordon Osborne, Robert Osmundson, Lloyd Owens, Roger Monty Perry, Robert Peterson, Nicholas Polas, Charles Reeves, Daryl Rich, Mary Lou Rich, Tony Munoz Sanchez, Samantha Singh, Lauren Smith, Florence Spurlock, Paul Stauffer, Marianne Steich, Laura Sutherland, James Thompson, Mary L. Tilley, Wayne Tilley, Richard Tatras, Margaret Trotwin, Adele Turpin, Stuart Tyner, John Umida, Lou Vinden, Samuel Vigil, Chico Von Poli Jr., Joyce Wallace, Lynn Wheeler, Myron K. Whittemer, Carl Williams, Marilyn Williams, Marion Williams, Peter Yoshida, Kent Wesley Young, Barbara Youngblood,
Hello to my fellow PUC alumni. It's wonderful to be celebrating with you this weekend. I want to especially say hello to my peers in the graduating class of 1991. It's our 30-year reunion. Here are some interesting facts about life in 1991. Minimum wage was $3.80 an hour. Mikhail Gorbachev received the Nobel Peace Prize, and Tim Berners-Lee released files describing his idea for the World Wide Web. Here's some interesting facts about PUC life in 1991. Malcolm Maxwell was our president, Professor Donald John received the Educator of the Year award, and our video yearbook editor was yours truly. PUC holds a special place in my heart. I have the honor of serving as Vice President for Academic Administration and wanted to share some things about PUC today. PUC has always been excellent academically, and we have continued that tradition. We still have many students who are well on their way to medical and dental school programs as they pursue meaningful careers as healthcare providers. Our nursing students have continued to be some of the most hands-on learners, boldly stepping into their roles as frontline workers and vaccinating our community during this historic pandemic. Students in the continually advancing visual arts programs have been making their marks in the competitive tech field, securing jobs in the Silicon Valley with companies like Netflix, Facebook, and Airbnb. Students studying to become teachers deeply value a Christian education and pastoral leadership and are paving the way for future generations of learners and congregations. We are proud of all our alumni and especially those who have incorporated service admissions into their calling. With an overall enrollment this year of more than 950 students this past fall, PUC was one of the only Adventist schools to see growth in enrollment. This evening, I would like to introduce you to someone who currently works very closely with these PUC students, our chaplain, Pastor Kent Rufo. With 13 years of experience in ministry, Pastor Rufo has served in many capacities as pastor, Bible teacher, collegiate ministries director, and missionary. We are grateful to have him here now at PUC, engaging college students and creating opportunities for them to encounter Jesus. Here is my good friend, Pastor Kent Rufo.
So I don't know if we really realize what a gift PUC is. And it's not just to the Napa Valley and just to California or even just to the Pacific Union Conference. 23 years ago, I went overseas as a missionary to an island in Korea. And there was a story I read right before I went. And it was about this guy named Abram LaRue. And I knew nothing about him. I just read a story that in 1888, I believe it was, that he decided to become a missionary. He had never studied Chinese. He was like a sailor or a merchant. And he was never trained in mission work. And the General Conference said, "We are not paying for you to do this." So on his own dime, he decides to go to China. and be a missionary and hand out literature. For 15 years, he was a missionary in China. Part of, the Asian Pacific Seventh-day Adventist Church is existing because of what Abram LaRue did. What I found out later, though, when I became the chaplain here at Pacific Union College, is that he was from Healdsburg. And one of his first converts was actually a guy named William Granger. Now, I don't know if you know who William Granger is. I'm assuming for Alumni Weekend, if you're an alum of PUC, you probably know the name Granger. Granger Hall is named after William Granger, one of our first presidents. He was a convert to Adventism by this guy named Abram LaRue. Abram ends up going to China. William Granger becomes the president and then decides, I want to be a missionary, and goes to Japan. And then people are converted in Korea. All of that because of these two guys in the Napa Valley decide that the mission of Jesus Christ is so important that they just go and spread the word. That started right here at the PUC legacy. This is what we are. This is why we exist. Now, for me, that story just continually inspires me because Abram LaRue was not a theologian. He was just a guy who had a heart for Jesus Christ. This school has such an opportunity to make a difference in so many parts of this world. If you look at the history of PUC, which I've actually tried to read some of the history of PUC, I am baffled when I find out some of the people that were influential on this campus. It's amazing, the gift of the legacy here. I'm amazed at the gift that I've been given to be a chaplain here on this campus. Because I know that PUC, and if you went here to PUC and you had mandatory worships and mandatory chapels, you know that a lot of those aren't quite as transformational as you would hope that they are. But the thing is what we are really trying to do, what the campus ministries is trying to do, what the mission of the school is trying to do, is not trying to force religion, but we're trying to create as many opportunities as possible for people to encounter Jesus Christ. That's really what I feel is my personal mission. Creating as many opportunities for people to encounter Jesus Christ. And that goes from the students to the faculty and staff to the community around us. I think we have such an opportunity in this area to create opportunities through our programming, through our residential life, through our classes, through every department here. We have the opportunity to create opportunities for students to encounter Jesus Christ, so much so that it transforms their lives. That's what I'm excited about. That's why I love my job. Through relationships. I just have to build relationships with people, and I get to create an opportunity for someone to encounter Jesus Christ. Why I love that we have Vespers where people can praise their hearts out is because it creates an opportunity for students, faculty, and staff to encounter Jesus Christ. And then for us to be here on this hill, in the midst of all of Napa Valley, we have the opportunity as a school to create opportunities for our communities to encounter Jesus Christ. This is a gift. This school is a gift of God, and I'm excited to see what God is going to do through it in the future. So we wanted to do something a little bit different we actually wanted to see what the students thought. So we devised these 2 questions. The first question is, what is a gift? So they can say whatever they think a gift is. What's a gift? And then the second question is, can you name specifically a gift from God? And hopefully we start seeing how the campus, how their upbringing has impacted them so that they can recognize the gifts that God has given them.
2 questions. First question is, what is a gift? And then second one is, can you think of a time when God has blessed you with a gift?
Okay, so a gift, I would say something that, God has given you, not necessarily that you were given by somebody else, but an ability that you were given to by God to either like help somebody else or to better people around you. And a gift that I can think of, I would say the family that I was born into, the people that I've been surrounded by, and just like the small like individual talents that I see within myself and within others around me.
I'd say a gift is definitely something that has thought put into it.
Okay.
So it can be physical or it can be just any sort of like thought put into anything that's given to you. I remember there was one time where I had been, it was my 19th birthday I think, and these 2 girls actually, they planned just a small gift where they gave me like this little light that shined stars and things like that, and that day was really rough for me, so I felt like it was kind of just a little reminder that there are people around me, and God's way of like telling me to like trust in the people around me and stuff.
Interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, a gift is something that someone gives you. It's something very special and meaningful. It could be when you have a birthday or like an anniversary. And I think one of the gifts that God has given me is having an education, because I think without education I wouldn't be here today at PUC, and PUC was something that I've been praying for a really long time.
To me, a gift is something that one person brings forth to another or a group, whether it be physical or some emotional stability. I count that as a gift. As far as the second question, I think one big gift that God has given me is family. I think family is very important in my life, and I know that I can always count on them, and family to me isn't only blood, but my friends here, I call them family. Like for you, of course, I've known you, you're my first friend since I moved here, and now I'm so blessed to be able to call you my family, and yeah.
All right. Thank you.
So I feel like a gift is something, it's more like a privilege that you get from people who really care about you, or it's something that you're given, and it's a surprise really when you get them, like being loved by people, waking up every day healthy, things like that. I think that's a gift too, like a blessing that God gives us all the time, being able to wake up healthy, because a lot of people die every day, die every second, and it's crazy how the world is, and that you're able to be able to wake up and breathe and be with your family and your friends and love people. And I feel like that's a gift from God every day.
What is a gift? A gift is a blessing. A gift is something that is provided from our Father above. Life, fresh air, the ability to walk, the ability to talk with family and friends. A lot of things are gifts, and I cannot specifically pinpoint one moment in life that's a gift, because everything in life is a gift. So that's one thing for me. And then secondly, a moment that God has blessed me with gifts. I feel every day I wake up, it's an opportunity to serve God, an opportunity to do something different in my community, do something different in my life, do something different in my family, different things like that. Every day is a gift, and God continues to bless me with gifts every day. A lot of gifts are relationships that people build with one another, and especially being up here at PUC, that's one of the strong things that I love, is the relationships that are built, the family aspect. I don't think any other college has this aspect of family so deep that runs, between students, that students can go up to one another and say, you're my friend. You were my friend. Now you're my family.
Let's bow our heads for a closing word of prayer. Dear Jesus, thank you so much for today. We thank you, dear Lord, for the special gift of family and how we could be together. We thank you, dear Lord, for Pacific Union College that holds a special place in our hearts. We thank you, dear Lord, for the gift of life and how we could use our talents and gifts for you and for others. We love you, Lord, and I pray that you come soon. In your name I pray, amen.